Okay, yeah, so we'll just do that then. Okay, thanks, Kevin.
Daily houses, voices would echo throughout the yard. Could have been older than 10, but to me and my friends, the voice on the other end might as well have been God's. 1995, the Vision Series, niggas at the back, bottom of the 11th inning, got the whole town listening. Just one line belted, the words distorted, 24 rounds third. Here comes Griffey, the third of the place, not in time. My oh my, the man understood it. Yes, fireworks staring up that ceiling in the kingdom. We had just made history. Barely holding that stick. Chris the time amongst the crime and the grip. But the letter used to pound his fist. The son is just a myth, but see that glove was him. Yeah, tell me stories on the field with that sun-stained drink. Running to my sin, he taught me how to spit. Sunflower seeds back with me and my girl with sunburned arms. Big league shoe, yeah, we were like the sand right after dinner. After practice, we listen to the ends in the kitchen. And if mom was instructed from our dad, please, I swear this war in it. Once for pump through the system, break out the vibrate. It's grand salami time, my oh my. Another victory, yes. My city, childhood, my life, watching earth right under those lights.
Hello, test 1, 2.
You read my mind. I was just looking forward.
Weekdays 1 to 4 on KSPC 98.7 FM and 980 AM. The Sports Zone. Yes. To find out sports on television, foxsports.com for details.
Oh, shit.
And a good Sunday afternoon, everybody. It is John and Noah live from Melaleuca Field on this third day of July. As Chicago Cubs great Ernie Banks once said, it's a great day to play two, and that's what we're doing today here on this Sunday before the 4th of July. Last night's game was rained out. Just a monster storm blew through at about 5 o'clock. A lot of hail, a lot of rain. By about 6 o'clock, 6:15, the clouds had cleared, but the warning track and some areas in the outfield were underwater, so the decision was made by Kevin Green, the Chukars president, to cancel last night's game, which means we'll play two today. This game at 4 o'clock, another game at 7:05, and of course, after the second game, it's a big fireworks show here at Melaleuca Field. It is the Toyota pregame show. My guest tonight is Hunter Hiskey, the Idaho Falls Chukar first baseman, now catcher. I'll chat with Hunter in just a moment here on KSPZ. Hunter Hiskey last season for the Chukars hit .347, had 28 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, and 55 RBI. Pretty good season for the first-year pro, but in year number 2, he's doing even better. Hunter having just an awesome year. He's raking at the plate, and I asked Hunter first question, what's been the difference?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's just kind of staying within myself, and I feel comfortable this time around. Last year was my first Pro Bowl go-around, so it's just a little more familiar, and I got my wife with me this year, and I don't know, it's just a comfortable situation, and I'm really loving it.
Last year you caught most of them in the entire season. This year you started out at first base. How'd you like playing first?
I liked it over there. It's a little less stressful before the games. I don't have to worry about scouting the other team and all that. But that's what makes catching so fun is the strategy behind it and having a little more control over the game. So I'm happy to be back there.
Yeah. You like first base? I mean, was it fun playing the first?
Yeah, it was fun out there. For sure, it helps me concentrate on offense a little bit more. Really focus on my offensive approach, and it was fun learning a new position. For sure.
The catcher's your spot.
Catcher's my spot. I'll never say otherwise.
All right. Hey, this year's team compared to last year, got off to a hot start. It's been struggling as of late, but what's the comparisons you think?
It's very similar. We go through spells. I mean, that's baseball. We go through spells where we're not quite clicking as a team on all cylinders. We went through a couple of those spells last year too. The pitching staff's really starting to click recently. They're starting to hit their spots and establish their command, so we just got to clean things up on defense and keep the offense rolling. We'll be just fine.
Speaking of offense rolling, you're in the top 5 in almost every category in the Pioneer League. Batting average, lead the league with RBIs with 50 already, doubles. Are you seeing the ball that better? Is the pitching not as good as last year, or are you just a second-year pro?
I honestly can't put a finger on it. It's nice. I mean, the entire lineup this year is hitting like over 350, so it kind of takes a lot of the pressure off everybody, and everybody can just worry about moving the guy to the next base, and I don't have to feel like I need to go up there and hit something in the gap every time. It just kind of happens. So just having nice, relaxed, comfortable at bats and not worrying about trying to do it all myself because I got so many other good, talented hitters behind me helps a lot.
You mentioned your wife is with you this summer. I'm sure some home-cooked meals and great support at home and here at the ballpark.
It's very nice. We've gotten into a good little routine. She's studying for her PT boards right now, so she comes with me to the ballpark and goes up there and studies in the press box during BP. It's been a real comfortable routine for sure.
Tell you what, she did some play-by-play with me, and she was pretty darn good. I might have to get her up there again this homestand.
She's coming for your job.
Yeah, well, yeah. She might. I think she wouldn't give up the job she's going to have. I mean, definitely. All right, Hunter, anything else you'd like to add?
No, just hopefully we go get some this week and enjoy this 9-game homestand. Hopefully the fans come out.
All right, Hunter Hiskey, catcher, first baseman, and one of the married players on this team. We'll have more in the Toyota pregame after this.
Thanks, John.
Reliability and the 2022 Subarus, the #1.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and face the American flag in center field, and welcome Miss Morgan Elder and the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Back here at Melaleuca Field, time now for the singing of our national anthem. Then we'll get to the starting lineups of Game 1 of this doubleheader, the Sunday affair here at Melaleuca Field. Doing the honors today is Morgan Elder.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Outstanding job by Morgan Elder. By the way, not a big crowd on this Sunday. Normally we play Sunday games at 4 o'clock, but this is a doubleheader. The Ogden Raptors in town. Ogden with a record of 18-15. They're currently in first place in the Southern Division. The Chukars are 19-13, and they are in third place in the Northern Division. Starting lineup for the Ogden Raptors: Josh Broughton will play third base and be the leadoff hitter. Pat Adams in left field bats second. Reese Alexiadis, the center fielder, hits third, and in the cleanup spot, it's the newcomer Brian Dansereau. He's in right field. Jesus Valdez, the shortstop, hitting fifth. Freddie Chukar at first base, bats sixth. Dakota Connors will be the second baseman for the Raptors today. He'll bat in the number 7 spot. Andrew Naviello, the catcher, hits eighth, and Dustin Macaluso, the DH, batting ninth. For the Chukars, Brendan Hewitt, the center fielder, will be the leadoff hitter today. Steve Barmakian bats second place left field. Hunter Hiskey hitting third. He is the catcher. And Calvin Estrada out in right field. He'll be the cleanup hitter for the Chukars. Brady West, the DH, hits fifth. Dusty Stroop at first base bats in the number 6 spot. Eric Callahan, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Jose Reyes will play second base today and hit in the number 8 slot. And Aldo Buendia, the newest Chukar, will be the shortstop, batting in the number 9 spot. Your starters for today's ball game for the Ogden Raptors: one of the Pioneer League's best, Ronnie Orta. Orta, a 5'10", 195-pound right-hander out of Caracas, Venezuela, has a 4-1 record with a 4.59 earned run average. And for the Chukars, it'll be Sam Kornstad. Sam is a 6', 190-pound lefty. He's 25 years old, out of Urbandale, Iowa. Sam has a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, but a fairly high earned run average of 7.77. 85 degrees, mostly sunny skies, winds blowing out as it usually does here at Melaleuca Field. And let's get the official word.
All right, take it away, guys.
Play ball!
There we go, play ball. Your umpires for today's first ball game: it'll be Mike Colson behind the plate. Mike Chuckerman, yeah, he should be umpiring here in Idaho Falls. He is at first base, and Anthony Prater, the third base umpire. This is the 7th game between the two teams. Each team has won 3. Chukars won 2 out of 3 here at Melaleuca, and the Raptors won 2 out of 3 at Lindquist Field in Ogden. Leading things off will be Josh Broughton. He's the third baseman, hitting .355, has 2 home runs and 17 RBI. Broughton played with the Raptors last season. He bats from the right side. And Kornstad, the quick-working lefty's first pitch is down low, ball 1. Game time right at 4 o'clock on this 3rd day of July. Next pitch, ground ball, gets past Kornstad. Reyes, second baseman, charges, and he's going to boot the ball. Had a long way to go. It'll be an infield single. Tough play for Reyes. Might have had him, but Broughton has great speed, so he reaches on an infield single. And the batter will be Pat Adams, the left fielder. Eric Callahan at third base for the Chukars today. Aldo Buendia, the shortstop. Jose Reyes at second, and Dusty Stroop at first base. It's Steve Barmakian in left, Brendan Hewitt in center, Calvin Estrada in right, and Hunter Hiskey behind the plate. First pitch to Pat Adams, attempted foul, bunt down the third base line. Adams hitting .357 with a couple of home runs and 21 RBI. Broughton, good speed, 7 stolen bases in 10 attempts this season. And he's got a pretty good lead over at first base, and Kornstad's going to chase him back to the bag with a throw. course, the Chukars and the Raptors rained out last night, so 2 7-inning ball games today here at Melaleuca. Another throw over to first base, and Broughton nearly slipped on the bag. Could have pulled his ankle or twisted his ankle, but he's okay. Yesterday in the Pioneer League, Billings beat Rocky Mountain 6-3. And the pitch is a called strike, and it's 0-2 on Pat Adams. Billings 6, Rocky Mountain 3. Northern Colorado beat Grand Junction 10-8. Missoula over Boise 3-2, and Great Falls beat Glacier 10-7. Now Adams steps out of the batter's box. Adams out of Warren, Michigan. Today's his birthday. He's 26 years old today, and he looks at call strike 3. Not a great way to start your birthday. Adams strikes out looking on a 74-mile-per-hour curveball. That's 1 out, and the batter is Reese Alexiadis, the center fielder. A .286 hitter is Reese. Another Raptor, I should say, from 2021. There goes Broughton. He slipped as he was throwing, and the throw by Hiskey is to the right side of second base. It'll be a stolen base by Broughton. On his second step, he slipped, but he still had time to steal the base, his 8th of the year. And Ogden has a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the first. Alexiadis has 6 home runs, 30 RBI. That's second on the team for Ogden. Kornstad, quick check of the runner at second. The 0-1 pitch, ball hit into the gap. Barmakian's coming in. It's going to fall right in front of Barmakian, and the Raptors will take the lead on an RBI single by Alexiadis. And that'll bring up Brian Dansereau. His second game with Ogden, he was with Northern Colorado, and he hit 300. With the Owls of Northern Colorado. Ogden picked him up. He is tied for the league lead in triples with 5, so this guy's got some speed. He's batting .300, 4 home runs, 26 RBI. He fouls off the first pitch from Kornstad. 4 doubles and 5 triples for the newest Raptor. Brian Dansereau out of Smyrna, Georgia. Bats from the right side. He is the right fielder today. Another throw over to first base. Alexiadis has only attempted 3 stolen bases this year. He's been successful twice. A pre-4th of July doubleheader here at Melaleuca. Ground ball could be 2. Buendia flips to Reyes for 1. The relay in time. Out at second, out at first, and the Chukars are out of the inning. But the Raptors score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played 1/2 on your Sunday afternoon. It's Ogden 1, Idaho Falls coming to bat. Brendan Hewitt, Steve Barmakian, and Hunter Hiskey to face Ronnie Orta. He has the second lowest earned run average in the Pioneer League at 4.59. His record this year, 4-1. He beat the Chukars in Ogden back on June 18th. He went 6 innings, gave up just 2 runs, and he struck out 4. He's worked 33 innings this year, has given up 42 hits, 22 strikeouts, 8 walks, and opposing batters hitting .309 against Ronnie Orta from Caracas, Venezuela. He's a 5'10", 195-pound right-hander. Chukars in their pinstripe pants, but the special 4th of July jerseys, which will be auctioned off after this weekend. Good-looking jerseys that Chukars are sporting. And the Raptors with the road gray pants and sort of a, I don't know how you would describe their blue and black jerseys, sort of paisley with white numbers on the back. Orta's ready to face the top of the order for the Chukars, Hewitt, Barmakian, and Hiskey. Brendan Hewitt playing his 5th game in an Idaho Falls uniform. He's batting .471, 8 hits and 17 at-bats. He has 3 doubles and he's knocked in 5.
Chukars, number 27, Brendan Hughes.
Brendan out of Spring Lake, New Jersey. Left-handed hitter against the righty Orta. The first pitch is down low, ball 1. Orta working from the stretch with nobody on base. The 1-0 pitch. Ball hit into shallow center, but it's going to be caught by the shortstop, Valdez, just on the outfield grass for out number 1. Defensively for Ogden, Josh Broughton at third, Jesus Valdez the shortstop. Dakota Connors at second, and Freddie Chukar at first base. In the outfield for the Raptors, Pat Adams in left, Reese Alexiadis in center, Brian Danserio in right, and Andrew Novelio, the catcher. Here's Steve Barmakian, left fielder, batting .362 on the season. And he squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and the pitch is low. Orta is third in the Pioneer League with that 4.59 earned run average. He's second in the league with wins at 4. That pitch is going to be a called strike 1. Breaking ball caught the outside corner at the knees of Barmakian. The count is 1-1 on Steve. The Raptors have the shift on. The shortstop, Valdez, playing nearly right behind second base. You don't see a shift too often in Pioneer League baseball, but the Raptors have seen Steve for 2 straight seasons. That pitch is low, and it's 3-1. 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Cash Beecham, the manager. His first year at managing the Raptors. The only guy on the left side of the infield is Josh Broughton. 3-1 pitch to Steve. He goes the opposite way, but that's going to be a foul ball out of play, and that'll make the count full at 3-2. An RBI single by Alexiadis in the top of the first. Raptors are on the board. The Chukars did turn a 6-4-3 double play to avoid further damage in the top half. 3-2 pitch, Barmakian, ground ball to Broughton, right where he was playing. He'll make the throw across the diamond in time for out number 2. So the shift works out for Ogden that time. And it brings up my pregame guest, Hunter Hiskey. Hunter leads the Pioneer League in RBI with 50. Leads the league in doubles with 18. 4th in the league in triples, 2nd in the league in runs scored. I can go on. 1st in the league in hits. And he takes the pitch down low from Orta. And he's 5th in the league in slugging. Just bottom line, he has been red hot from the get-go. He had an 18-game hit streak earlier this year. He's currently on a 10-game hit streak. Fastball caught the inside corner, evens out the count on Hunter at 1-1. Says he enjoys playing catcher. That's his position, but he played a pretty good first base for the first 2 weeks of the season. Here's a foul ball opposite way down the left field line, out of play, 1-2. Orta, not a strikeout pitcher. In 33 innings, he has struck out 22, but he has only walked 8, so good location, good control from the right-hander out of Venezuela. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Jammed Hunter, but he fought it off, and the count remains 1-2. Game 2 will start 30 minutes after Game 1. If the Game 1 finishes early, it'll be a 7:05 start, then the fireworks after the game. The 1-2 on Hunter. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Nobody on base. Bottom of 1, Raptors lead 1-0. Order comes set at the belt. And here's the 2-2. That's going to be a base hit into the gap. Could be another double for Hunter. He's going for 2. It rolls to the wall. And Hunter Hiskey will have his 19th double of the year. He's a doubles machine, is Hunter Hiskey. And his hitting streak now moves to 11 straight games. Boy, the kid is just red hot at the plate. Now let's see if Calvin Estrada can bring him home, the cleanup hitter for the Chukars. Calvin leads the Pioneer League in hitting. Batting .422. He has 7 home runs, 31 RBI, and he has 17 doubles. So let's see if Calvin can tie the game up here in the bottom of the first. Hiskey, Estrada, and West, 3, 4, 5. Boy, they've put up some unbelievable numbers so far this year. Hiskey, just a nice line drive gap shot that rolled to the Connect Engineering sign in right center field. First pitch to Calvin, that's going to be a called strike 1. A 91-mile-per-hour fastball from Ronnie Orta, O-R-T-A. Of course, there was a big leaguer named Jorge Orta that was a pretty darn good hitter with the White Sox. Count 0-1 on Calvin, right fielder. The kick, the pitch, that's laced foul off the netting above the Chukars dugout, and Estrada down in the count 0-2. Noah Moore sitting right next to me running the video equipment for the first couple of games of this homestand. The kid can do it all, that's all I got to say. 0-2 the count. Potential tying run at second base with 2 away. Here's the 0-2 to Calvin. That's low. Ball 1, 1-2. Breaking ball missed low. Calvin started to swing but held up. Oh, more and more folks are coming into the ballpark. The 1-2. Fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Order right around 92 miles per hour on the fastball so far today. Ronnie Orta. Little guy, 5'10", 195, 26 years old. The count 2-2 with 2 outs. The pitch to Calvin, a swing, and he just got a piece of it. And that went off the hand, or maybe another portion of the body of the catcher, Andrew Noviello. I think it got his bare hand. We'll wait and see. And he's down on his knees. The trainer, Jessica Henry, coming out now. Andrew sitting down. You might have got one below the belt, if you know what I mean. Well, the trainer's smiling, so I think Andrew might have taken one you know where. Andrew might be talking like this now after that foul ball. Boy, you got to be tough to play catcher. And Noviello's trying to shake it off. He's still bent over behind home plate. Other scores in the Pioneer League. Glacier leads Great Falls 2-0. And that's the only other game going on. Well, Northern Colorado Grand Junction, no score. And now Andrew's going to get a glass of water. And the fans will give him a nice round of applause. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs on Calvin Estrada. Hunter Hiskey, the runner, at second base. Orta steps up on the rubber. Estrada gets into the batter's box. 2-2 the count. Orta says reset the signs to Noviello, who might be a little bit not all there, if you know what I mean. And the 2-2 pitch, again, got a piece of it, and that got Noviello again. Boy, back-to-back foul balls, and Noviello's getting a beating back there. But this time he seems to be okay. Home plate umpire Mike Colson checking on the Ogden catcher. Calvin hanging tough. Hiskey waits at second to hopefully score a run for the Chukars if Calvin can find a spot somewhere in the outfield. Outfield playing Estrada straight away. Here comes the third 2-2 pitch. That's high, ball 3. So the count is full. And Noviello out to talk with Orta. And he drops the baseball. Now he's having a rough bottom of the first, the Ogden catcher out of Massachusetts. Gives Orta a pep talk, pats him on the shoulder. So let's get this thing over, Ronnie. I need to rest on the bench.
Everybody clap your hands.
Full count, 3-2. If Calvin reaches, it'll be Brady West coming to the plate. The payoff pitch, Orta to Estrada. Going to be a ball hit past the shortstop. That'll be a base hit, and the Chukars are going to tie it up. Estrada with a smash off the bat. No chance for Valdez, the shortstop, to make the play. That thing was a bullet off the bat of Calvin Estrada. 107 miles an hour, and we're tied at 1 on a big 2-out RBI single for Calvin Estrada, his 32nd RBI of the season. So a little 2-out rally ties the ball game up at 1 here in the bottom of the first. Here's Brady West, the DH. Brady hitting .367, 5 home runs. He's second in the Pioneer League in RBI with 39. Left-handed hitter takes the pitch from the righty Orta, down low for a ball, 1-0. Calvin, 6 stolen bases in 6 attempts this season. Brady takes the next pitch. That's low as well, and it's 2-0. No, it's 1-1. So Estrada with a big 2-out base knock to tie it up here in the first. It's a quick throw to first base. Calvin dives back safely. Caden Whitey coaching at first base, of course, in the third base box, the skipper, Billy Gardner Jr. The 1-1 pitch. That's outside fastball, and it's 2-1. Again, the Raptors in somewhat of a shift. Valdez not behind the bag at second, but he's shading Brady West to pull the ball. Second baseman Connors is on the grass in right field. Now he gets up on the dirt. 2-1 pitch. Brady hits one, a ground ball to the second baseman, Connors. He'll make the play to Achikar for out number 3. But a 2-out single by Calvin Estrada ties the ball game up. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We've played 1. It's 1-1 between the Raptors and the Chukars. One the score for the Raptors. Valdez, Achikar, and Connors, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Ogden Raptors. Check of the Pioneer League standings. The Chukars are in 3rd place in the North. They're 3.5 games behind first place Missoula and 1 game behind second place Great Falls. Ogden, meanwhile, is a game up on Grand Junction in the south. But the Chukars have a better record than do the Raptors. But the North is loaded this year, as Kornstad continues his warm-up tosses. Shortstop Jesus Valdez, who's had a great season. We got some field maintenance being performed by one of the Chukar relievers. Adding some dirt near the second base bag. Valdez hitting .392. He has 8 home runs, leads the team in RBI with 34 and 5 doubles. And this guy just blew up the Chukars staff in Ogden about a week ago. Valdez, right-handed hitter. He's from Bonnie, Dominican Republic. Kornstad's first pitch is a called strike. Good off-speed pitch by Sam. Count 0-1 on Valdez. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that pitch, change up, and it's 0-2. Sam Kornstad faced the Raptors on the 17th of June. It was not a good outing. He went 3 1/3 and gave up 7 runs. 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. He strikes him out on 3 straight. Second strikeout for Sam. And the batter is Freddie Achikar, the first baseman. The kid out of BYU. Hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. Left-handed hitter, .276 on the season. And Kornstad, boy, he works quick. First pitch, high fly ball, out of play to our left, 0-1. Outfield straight away for Achikar. That pitch is a little bit high. Evens out the count at 1. And Freddie calls timeout. Early in the season, the Chukars thought they had signed Freddie Achikar, but something went wrong and he inked with the Raptors. Foul off, 1-2. Kornstad's pitch who just missed on the outside corner. Evens out the count at 2-2. Callahan, Buendia, Reyes, and Stroop in the infield from third to first. That pitch misses inside, and it's full now on Chukars. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kornstad in 24 innings has struck out just 13, and that one is going to be ball 4. So a 1-out walk brings up Dakota Connors. Connors, second baseman, hitting .312.
Now batting for the Raptors, number 15, Dakota Connors.
He's out of Hayward, California, right-handed hitter. 5'10", 185, 26 years old. Chukars, 3 stolen bases, been caught once. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Kornstad and the Chukars would love to turn 2 again here in the top of the second. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike outside edge. 1-1 the count on that fastball. Chukars have committed 69 errors, the most in the Pioneer League. 1-1 pitch. That's slipped to foul territory. Stroop, the first baseman, comes over, looks up, makes the squeeze for out number 2. So Dakota Connors fouls out to the first baseman and brings up the catcher, Andrew Noviello. When he was in Idaho Falls last time the Raptors were in town, he was batting under 200. That's moved up to 235 with a pair of home runs, 11 runs batted in. Left-handed batter is Andrew. Runner at first, 2 away. First pitch, ground ball, going to be Buendia, makes the play, the throw, scooped out of the dirt by Dusty Stroop. So Stroop with the scoop, and that'll be it for the Raptors in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. We're tied at 1 on KSPZ, the Sports Zone.
Are you good to go? Save money when you download the new Rewards to Go app. Summer travel is easier when you get 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 10 cents per gallon every Tuesday. Plus, you get exclusive offers on the things you already buy. Earn free money with every dollar you spend. And when you're spending the
God dang it.
Fans, it's now time for tonight's Idaho Central Credit Union Dizzy Bat Race. Let's send it down on the field to Lily and Cody.
All right, Chukars fans, it is time for the ICCU Dizzy Bat Race. I got our 2 contestants here that are going to spin as fast as they can. Race down to Lily and back to me. First one is going to get 2 good anytime tickets to any Chukars home game from ICCU. All right, guys, go ahead and start spinning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Bottom of 2, it'll be Stroop, Callahan, and Reyes.
Oh man, it almost somebody.
There was a late change in the lineup, apparently. Thank you, Mrs. Steve Thayer. It's Reyes at shortstop and Buendia at second base, not the other way around. So we'll make that correction. Dusty Stroop will lead it off. Leads the team in home runs with 9, including not 1 but 2 inside the Parkers this season. He had 1 in Missoula. Stroop hitting .349. 10 doubles, a triple, and those 9 home runs we talked about.
Now batting for the Chukars, number 13, first baseman Dusty Stroop.
Wind has died down just a bit, blowing from left to right, probably 15 miles an hour or so. Righty-righty matchup, Orta facing Stroop. First pitch is low, ball 1 with a fastball. Well, the Phil Moon family is here at the ball game today with some special guests. Fly ball center field. Back goes Alexiadis, going back, and he's going to be on the warning track, and he makes the catch. Just in front of the Connect Engineering sign. It went 386. He needed about 390 to get it out of the ballpark, so just a long, loud out off the bat of Dusty Stroop. And here's Eric Callahan, the third baseman. One up, one down. Bottom of two, we're tied at 1. A double dip here at the Luke this afternoon. First pitch to Eric, breaking ball, called strike 1. Good spinner by Orta. Eric hitting .291, has 4 home runs, 28 RBI. Of those 4 home runs, 2 Grand Slam home runs. The 0-1 to Eric. That one bounces up there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Orta comes set. Belt high. The kick. The 1-1 pitch. Or Callahan swings, misses badly on a breaking ball. Completely fooled at the plate. And he's down on the count 1-2. Now we look at the flag in center field, blowing straight out. If that would have been the situation when Stroop was up there, I think it might have been out of the ballpark. That pitch is low, evens out the count at 2 apiece. .85 degrees at game time. Orta 2-2 on the way to Callahan. Whoa. That looked low and outside, but it's called a strike. 3 calls, and Callahan walks back to the dugout. Out number 2. First strikeout by Orta, and now here's Jose Reyes, apparently the shortstop today. Yep, he's at short, so we'll make that change. Aldo Buenadilla at second base. Change we're not told of. Jose swings at the first pitch down the left field line. Coming in, left fielder Adams. He's under it. He'll make the catch, and Orta retires the Chukars in order. 1-2-3 in the second. We go to the top of the third. It's 1-1 between Ogden and Idaho Falls.
We double rewards on every purchase with your maximum every purchase credit card. Help with field.
Top of 3, 1-1 the score. It'll be Macaluso, the number 9 hitter, then Broughton, and then Adams to face Sam Kornstad. It's our celebrity third inning, and the big cheese here at the ballpark has joined me, Mr. Kevin Green.
Oh, well, thanks, John. Always a pleasure.
Always glad to have you in the booth, Kevin. Well, last night, bummer of a night of rain out.
Oh, you know, you don't project that, though. The weather forecast was top-notch all day long. Yep. It would have been a big crowd, as we all know, being a beautiful Saturday to kick off July 4th weekend. But those things happen, and, you know, you can't fret over them.
Nope.
Out of our control.
Yep, so we'll play in 2 today here on this Sunday. Here's Dustin Macaluso. The Ogden statistics are all goofed up, I'll tell you that right now. They have this guy with one game played this season, he puts the bunt down the throw. Is not in time. It'll be an infield single. But Macaluso hit a game-winning walk-off home run against the Chukars in Ogden. You look at the stats, they say he's 0 for 3 for the season. Come on, Ogden, get your you-know-what together. So a bunt single by Dustin Macaluso. And we'll go to the top of the order for Josh Broughton.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some blame to throw around. I'm not sure where it's at.
I don't either, but, I mean, the guy has played probably 10 games in a row, and he's not even on the stat sheet. There's a wild pitch that gets past Hunter. And the runner's going to go to third. Here's the throw, and he's going to be out.
What a throw.
Hunter Hiskey throws out Macaluso. He goes to second on the wild pitch. Then Hunter Hiskey with a perfect throw to Eric Callahan's at third for out number 1, and that is a big out right there.
No doubt. I mean, he went all the way back to the screen. It didn't ricochet back at all towards home plate. He was clearly back right up against the
and he was
wall.
He was meat at third base. Pitch is upstairs, ball 2 to Josh Broughton. Well, Kevin Green, so far, how's the season going?
You know, good. You know, we're in third place, but we're 19-13. This team's a lot of fun to watch. Us called ball.
Yep.
Look kind of low and away. Counts 3-0. It's been a good season. Last night was disappointing, but those things happen.
Next pitch is a high fly ball. Brendan Hewitt, the center fielder, coming in, and he'll make the catch, and there's out number 2. The newest Chucker, Brendan Hewitt, now playing center field for the Chukars. And with 2 outs, it'll bring up Pat Adams. This guy's on a 15-game hit streak.
Well, it's always good to have him come up with 2 outs and nobody on.
And it's his birthday today, and he struck out his first time up. Happy birthday, Pat, from Idaho Falls. Left-handed hitter. First pitch from Kornstad outside, ball 1. 9-game homestand.
Oh, I know. These will beat you down. The key is to get out of here as early as you can.
That pitch outside again, ball 2.
Or you find yourself dragging all day long.
And, of course, you're doing double duty. You got the baseball cap on and the hockey mask that says Spud Kings on it.
It's a beautiful mask.
2-0 pitch. That's low, ball 3.
You know, the people have been kind of shouting out in negative ways about it. They're the same people that said that about Chukars baseball when we first took the Chukars name. That's a called strike.
Count 3-1. Well, the guy who came up with the Chukars was just a magnificent nickname.
He got lucky, I'll tell you that.
There's a foul ball out of play, and the count now full 3-2.
And, of course, we all know that we're talking about the illustrious John Balgini.
I am the mother Chucker.
I know. I remember saying to you, John, that ball's fouled away, it looks like.
No, Barmakian is going to make the catch in fair territory, or actually they say foul territory, but it's a 3-up, 3-down inning after the throw out at third base. Back with the bottom of the third, we'll continue our chat with Kevin Green. It's 1-1 on your Sunday afternoon.
You know the fun.
And the bad thing, this game's moving. Idaho Falls. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters for the Chucks. Aldo Buenadia, Brendan Hewitt, and Steve Barmakian to face Ronnie Orta.
You know, we were talking right before we went off after this last intermission, but John, I'll never forget, we were down to the last day of our Name the Team contest for baseball, and the overwhelming favorite was Eagles.
Right.
And I'm thinking, every county in the country's got a high school team called the Eagles or the Golden Eagles, for example. I wanted something that was a little bit more original, and you came out with Chukars. It was serendipity.
But your first question to me, what is a chucker?
I do believe I said that.
Pitch down low to Aldo Buenadia, batting 125.
But then I started calling people that I knew around town. I said, what do you guys think of the Chukars? And almost everyone said, that's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, of course,
so
a bird.
It's
also a slang word for a pitcher, a chucker.
Mm-hmm.
That pitch up high, 2-0.
So as you can imagine, when we did the Name the Team contest for hockey, the name Eagles came up quite a bit again.
Yeah, of course.
But the team in the northern Colorado is called the Eagles in this league.
Here's a ground ball past the diving second baseman into right field. So Aldo Buenadia, his first hit at Melaleuca Field. A leadoff single here in the bottom of the third.
Well, I sure hope it fills in because we have a beautiful day to play two, followed by a fireworks show, we think.
We think?
Well, I don't see a fireworks company here yet, but
That's early.
Yeah, I mean, there was no reason for him to be here this early.
Here's Brendan Hewitt, the Chucker center fielder, popped out to the shortstop his first time up. There goes Buenadia. The throw down to second is not going to be in time. That's a stolen base by Aldo. His first of the season. Chuckers now with 55 stolen bases. They have a 90% success rate on the bases, which is darn good. So the Chucks have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out, bottom of 3. As we're chatting with the big boss here at the Luke. 1-0 pitch way outside, ball 2.
Well, we're going to play this. If this game goes as fast as it's already starting to be played, then we're going to have a fairly lengthy gap between games, John.
Yes,
we're not
indeed.
going to start that game till 7:05.
Here's a ground ball. Going to be fielded by the shortstop behind the bag at second to throw in time. But Hewitt gets the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. As Valdez, he's a good-looking shortstop, has committed only 8 errors at shortstop.
Notice I just said get through like a fan rather than the guy on the air. Adding commentary, just get through. But he did advance a runner.
And now here's Steve Barmakian. Barmakian with a 5-game hit streak. Infield in for Ogden. Except for the right side, the second baseman, the first baseman playing, well, not their usual depth, but they're not in on the grass, and Barmakian fouls one out of play to our left. 0-1 the count. I know I've asked you this before, but when a foul ball leaves the park, what's that cost you, money-wise?
We're at about $50 a dozen.
Okay.
So you're only at about $4 a baseball.
That's not too bad.
But we'll go through about 400 dozen baseballs a year.
There's a ball hit hard but foul first baseline.
In the old system, when we were affiliated, Major League Baseball, our affiliate, the Royals, would buy all the baseballs and all the bats. And at the end of the year, they'd show us the receipts for all of that, and I'd get a bill for 25% of it. Now we're paying all of it. The other big hit was meal money. I mean, that was all paid for by the Major League team. That costs us about now $50,000 a year just for meal money on the road.
Ball hit the opposite way. Boy.
Did that hit him?
No, it didn't, but it looked like it landed in fair territory on the second bounce on the line, but it's called foul ball, and it's 0-2. It almost hit Buenadia at third base. Of course, that's why a guy at third base is always in foul territory.
Indeed. Just like the runner's lane on the first is in foul territory.
Well, exact same location nearly, and it's still 0-2. Steve going the opposite way. Then, of course, you have a payroll, which you didn't have before, for the players, the managers, etc.
Oh, I know. It's a different world.
But it's been good so far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Gardy will tell you he loves the makeup of our players. It's all about, a big part of his good, clubhouse karma, good camaraderie, good guys.
Here's the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1-2. And you can't get two better guys than Billy Gardner Jr. and Bob Malacky.
Nope, and we better include Billy Butler in there too,
well,
just in case he's listening.
He's not in uniform today, Billy Butler. Again, the left side of the infield in on the grass, right side about halfway. The go-ahead run at third base with one out. That pitch misses outside. Count is now 2 balls, 2 strikes on Steve Barmakian. This is game 7 between these two teams. It's split right now. Each team has won 3. The 2-2, that's low, ball 3, full count.
John, I'm sure you've already mentioned to our listeners that tomorrow is a special 4 o'clock
4 o'clock,
time.
yes. Allows people to come to the ballpark and then, of course, get home in time to watch the big fireworks display.
And, of course, tonight's game and tomorrow brought to you by QP99, King of the Country, and the Sports Zone, 980.
Here's a walk. It was 0-2 and Barmakian gets a free pass, so runners at first and third with one out for Hunter Hiskey. Well, the numbers this kid's been putting up is just crazy. Of course, last season, Matt Feinstein set an all-time Pioneer League record, 116 RBI. Hunter in 32 games has 50 already.
RBIs.
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, let's see if he can put...
Let's get number 51 right here.
2 or 3 more on the board right now. How's that sound?
Hiskey doubled his first time up. Ground ball, and that's going to score a run. Well, they're going to come home, but not in time.
Nice slide.
Yep. Buenadia slid on the outside portion of the plate. I'm surprised Chukars, the first baseman, went to the bag instead of coming right home with the play. So Hiskey does pick up an RBI on the ground out.
Well, I think it would have made the difference. It was that close at home. The throw actually looked like it beat him, but he made a really exceptional slide to get the hand in there.
So Hunter picks up RBI 51 and the Chukars lead 2-1. Here's Calvin Estrada. Calvin had the RBI single in the first.
He's got some pretty gaudy numbers as well, John, 422.
That's tops in the Pioneer League. Second in the league in doubles behind Hunter Hiskey.
And has been known to launch some mammoth blasts.
Breaking ball is a called strike 1.
Mike, he'll leave you hanging. Mike Wilson will leave you hanging for
a
few seconds.
Orta, one of the top pitchers in the Pioneer League with that 4.59 earned run average. That pitch misses inside, evens out the count at 1-1 on Calvin Estrada. We mentioned the Chukars in third place, 3.5 games behind Missoula, and just 1 game out of second place, Great Falls.
Yep,
and Great Falls comes in for 6 in a row after the 3 games with the Raptors. 1-1 pitch, ball hit to right field. In comes the right fielder, Dan Cerrillo. He'll make the catch for out number 3. But the Chukars get a run, 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. And we've completed 3. Thanks, Kevin, for coming up.
My pleasure, John, always.
It's 2-1 Chukars lead on your Sunday.
These guys are competing for a
Back here at Melaleuca Field already at the top of the fourth. Charlie Chukars going to lose another one.
I think she's going to pull this one out, guys. And we have a winner.
Kornstad looking good. He's given up just 3 hits, 1 run through 3. Here in the top of the fourth, it'll be Alexiadis, Dansereau, and Valdez, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. This game moving right along already in the top of the fourth. Hey, if you're driving around town, we got another game to follow this game, plus fireworks after the second ball game. Kornstad's first pitch is a called strike, one right down West Broadway. 0-1 the count. Alexiadis singled and knocked in the only run for the Raptors in the first. That pitch, a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball inside, 2-1. 1-3-0 for the Raptors, 2-3-0 for the Chukars. Your line score through 3 innings on this Sunday afternoon. 2-1 pitch, that is hit foul and out of play. And that'll even out the count at 2 on Reese Alexiadis. Saw a gentleman in an Ogden Raptor uniform at the ball game today. That pitch way high, count full. Always some Ogden fans head north to Melaleuca Field, and Chukar fans head south to Lindquist Field. 3-2. That ball is again going to be a foul ball right side, and we'll do the 3-2 again. Ground ball shortstop. That is Jose. He bobbles it, picks it up, makes the throw in time. Jose bobbled it, but he picked it right back up and threw a strike to Dusty Stroop for the first out of the inning. Again, the Chukars with 69 errors in 32 ball games.
Now batting number 30, Brian Dansereau.
Of course, most of the games in the big leagues final. Mariners beat the A's 2-1. Rockies came back to beat the Diamondbacks 6-5. First pitch to Dansereau is inside ball 1. Red Sox beat the Cubbies 4-2. Yankees blanked by the Guardians. Here's a deep fly ball to center field. Hewitt going back to the wall. It's going to be off the wall. He plays it perfectly, and nobody's covering second. Doesn't make any difference, but it's a double for Dansereau. Hewitt, the center fielder, played it perfectly off the wall, but the first baseman, Stroop, had to hurry to cover the bag at second base as both Reyes and Buendia went out to the outfield. Hit number 4 for the Raptors. Their tying run is at second base with 1 out for Jesus Valdez. Valdez in the 6 games against the Chukars, 12 for 22. 545 batting average. First pitch from Kornstad outside for a ball. He has 8 home runs and 3 have been hit against Chukar pitching. Kornstad checks the runner. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That one's low, ball 2, 2-0. Valdez, the top hitter on the Raptors team with .392 batting average, and he leads the team in RBI with 34. Also home runs with 8, and he's the shortstop. That pitch not even close, and it's 3-0. Well, if you walk this guy, it's not the worst thing that could happen. It would set up a double play ball. And the 3-0 pitch. Ball hit deep to left field, but Barmakian is there. He'll make the catch. Boy, that sounded a lot harder than it was that it traveled. I thought that thing might have a chance to get out of there, but Must have just missed the barrel of the bat. Anyway, it's a fly ball out to Barmaky, now for number 2.
Batting number 9, Freddie Atchar.
Off the crack of the bat, it sounded like this thing might be trouble, but Barmaky made it look easy in left field. Second out, here's Freddie Atchar. He walked his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's another ball hit to left, right at Barmaky. He moved 2 steps to his left and makes the catch on the line drive. So a double for the Raptors, but nobody scores as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. It's 2-1 Chukars lead here at Melaleuca Field. Brady West, Dusty Stroop, Eric Callahan for the Chukars here in the bottom of the 4th inning. In a game that is moving right along.
Now batting number 30, Brady West.
Brady grounded to second his first time up. Brady in somewhat of a slump. He's just 3 for his last 21. 143 average. Takes the first pitch from Orta, called strike 1. Next pitch from Orta. That pitch low, 1 ball, 1 strike on the Chukars DH. Tied for the Pioneer League lead in triples with 5. One and one the count. Chukars lead 2-1. We're playing 7 innings twice today. That pitch is down low, ball 2 to Brady West. Orta kicks, 2-1 pitch to Brady. Again, that's low, ball 3, 3-1 on West. Dusty Stroop will follow. Good hitters count, 3-1. Brady takes it low, ball 4. Second walk issued by Ronnie Orta. And it brings up Dusty Stroop, who took the center fielder Alexiadis to the warning track his first time up. Again, Dusty leads the team in home runs with 9. Brady West, the only Chukar without a stolen base. He has not attempted a stolen base this year. And he has 5 triples. Sort of an odd stat. Stroop swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1 the count. 0-1 pitch to Dusty. Ground ball, foul ball down the third base line. So the count now 0-2. Astros beat the Angels 4-2. The Orioles down the Twins 3-1. Reds over the Braves 4-3. Mets 4, Rangers 1, and the Rays beat the Jays 7-3. Fastball is low, 1-2. West the runner, first base, nobody out. It's a 2-1 ball game. Chukars lead in the bottom of the fourth. Activity in the bullpen of Ogden as a left-hander is warming up. That pitch is high, ball 2. 2-0. The left-hander is Chase Stratton warming up for the Raptors. That was a called strike, excuse me, so Dusty Stroop is punched out on the called strikeout. Called strike 3, 1 out way. Second strikeout for Orta, and here's Eric Callahan, who struck out looking his first time up. West with a leadoff walk. Pitch to Callahan, breaking ball. Called strike 1. That was a pretty bender by Orta. Some of the fans wearing those new Idaho Falls Madres hats today. Of course, Sunday is Madres Day, but not on the 3rd of July. 0-1 pitch, fouled into the dugout, or off the railing by the Chukars dugout, and it's 0-2. Bottom of the fourth, Chucks lead 2-1. Here's the 0-2 to Callahan. He takes it outside, fastball, 1-2. This might be Orta's last inning. He's pitched well, but Sam Kornstad has pitched just a little bit better on this Sunday. The 1-2 pitch. Ball hit down the right field line. It goes foul by the Chukars bullpen. See some kids in the Brady's hot tub. Count remains 1-2. Orta facing Callahan. That pitch bounces up. Oh, nice. It bounced up there, but Naviello kept it in front of him and kept West at first base. That'll even out the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Callahan with Jose Reyes on deck for the Chukars. We have Chris Hall on the PA today. My compadre Noah Moore running the video stream on YouTube. Two pitch, 1 out, 1 on. And O'Callahan fights it off, lands in the stands, nearly plunked a kid in the head. He got the foul ball. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Callahan just 2 of his last 20. Another foul ball into the stands on the right side. Umpiring the first base today is Mike Chuckerman. Another 2-2 pitch. O'Callahan hits it in the gap. Nobody's going to catch up to this one. It's going to be a double for O'Callahan, or not O'Callahan, Callahan. And West goes to third base, so Eric with a double to right center field. His 7th double, and the Chukars have runners at second and third with 1 out for Jose Reyes. That ball was hit in the gap in right center field. Dan Ciro had a long way to run. Alexiadis, the center fielder, couldn't catch up to it, and we're going to have a call to the bullpen. Yes, we will. This pitching change is brought to you by Infinity Coin with 14 years of experience in coins, currency, and bullion. We'll tell you about the new Ogden pitcher when we come back. The Chukars lead 2-1. Bottom of the fourth, they have 2 men in scoring position.
This is your call to the bullpen brought to you by New Carl Bullpen, Highland Residential Mortgage.
If your current lender's running out of steam, it's time to call the closer. He's
Looking, and Eric Callahan with a double. Runners at second and third, and the left-hander Chase Stratton comes to the Melaleuca mound. Stratton, 5'10", 190. His hometown is Clearfield, Utah. He is 23 years old, is Chase Stratton, making his 16th appearance of the season. He's worked 15 innings, has struck out 17, but he's walked 11. Opposing batters hitting .298 off the lefty Chase Stratton, and they'll face the left-hander Jose Reyes. And the Ogden infield comes in, all 4 infielders in on the grass. 2 in scoring position for Jose. And the first pitch is going to be a wild pitch. It bounced and goes back to the screen. And run number 3 for the Chukars scores as West scores on the play. Over to third goes Callahan. And the Chukars a little breathing room. It's 3-1. And a chance for another run with 1 away and a runner at third base. That run charged to Orta. Reyes, 1-0 pitch. Hits the ball hard to right field, making the catch. Callahan was coming down the line. He had to go back to tag up, but it's going to be safe. Sac fly for Jose Reyes. That was close. It should have been close, but Callahan came about a third of the way down the third base line. The catch was made by Dancero, the right fielder, and Eric had to go back to the bag, tag up, and he beat the throw home by about a step. So a sac fly for Jose Reyes, his 10th RBI. Scoring Callahan, and it's 4-1 Chukars. And we can close the book on Orta. 3 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 2, struck out 2. And the first pitch is going to be a fly ball to right field. Coming over as a right fielder, making the catch on the run is Pat Adams for out number 3. But the Chukars scored 2 runs on just 1 base hit. No errors and nobody left on base. We go to the top of inning number 5. The Chukars 4 and the Raptors 1. Victor, and by the way, Victor Rodriguez will start game number 2 of this doubleheader. Sam Kornstad answers the bell for round number 5. He'll face the bottom of the order, Connors, Naviello, and Macaluso. One run, 4 hits, no errors. Ogden, 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Idaho Falls. This is Dakota Connors, the second baseman. He fouled out to the first baseman, Dusty Stroop, his first time up. First pitch from Kornstad is upstairs and outside for a ball, 1-0. That pitch outside as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Raptors took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Chukars tied it up at 1 in the bottom of the first, scored 1 in the third and 2 in the fourth. There's a strike by Sam Kornstad. The count is 2-1. Against Grand Junction, Kornstad went 6 innings, gave up just 2 runs. That pitch fouled back, and it's 2-2. In fact, his first 2 outings were pretty darn good. He worked 6 against Boise, 6 against Grand Junction, gave up just 5 earned runs in those 2 starts. But his last 3, 9 runs against Rocky Mountain, 7 runs against Ogden, and 4 runs against Missoula. Next pitch is outside and high, and the count full, 3-2 on Dakota Connors. The Cardinals and the Phillies, the ESPN Sunday night game, 3-2 pitch, ball 4 high. So a leadoff walk for Connors. That's the second walk issued by Sam. He's struck out 2. And it brings up Andrew Noviello, the catcher. 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop Reyes. Connors 4 stolen bases. He's been caught twice so far this year. Lefty-lefty matchup. The first pitch is a called strike from Kornstad. 85-mile-per-hour fastball up in the upper half of the strike zone. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopped to the shortstop. Here's the flip from Reyes to Buendia, and they turn 2 again. The second, not second straight, but the second 6-4-3 double play. And quickly 2 away here in the 5th. Well, the combination of Reyes and Buendia they haven't played maybe just 1 game together, but so far so good today. 2 6-4-3 DPs. And the batter is Dustin Macaluso. He had a bunt single his first time up. First pitch from Sam is a called strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That pitch misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on base. Chukars on a 4-1 score here in the top half of inning number 5. Next pitch is fouled off, and it's 1-2. Chukars bullpen just hanging out down there. Of course, Kornstad has pitched a perfect ball game. There's call strike 3. So Sam again faces the minimum thanks to the 6-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom half of inning number 5. It's Idaho Falls 4 and Ogden 1. Chukars, Hewitt, Barmakian, and Hiskey.
He's got to pull out a win. He's got the lead going into the corner, and he's on the final stretch. Charlie's losing speed, and I think Safe has a special birthday present waiting for him at the end there. Enjoy your ride from the Family Fun Center.
Well, it's a bad day when Charlie loses 2 races in one game. Well, Stratton's day is over with, at least for this first game. New pitcher is Riley Otteson for the Raptors. So Stratton works 2/3 and nothing but zeros on his pitching line. So Otteson, the new pitcher, right-hander, facing the lefty, Brendan Hewitt. Swings and fouls the first pitch off, and the count is 0-1. Otteson from Alpine, Utah. He's 27 years old, 6'1", 180. He's worked in 7 games this year, ERA of 13.91. And Hewitt swings and misses at the breaking ball, and it's quickly 0-2. Hewitt, Barmakian, and Hiskey here in the bottom of the 5th. Activity in the Chukars pen. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think it's Keegan McGinnis, not sure. The count 1-2 on the Chukar center fielder. The newest Chukar, Brendan Hewitt. Swing and a miss on a nasty curveball, and Hewitt goes down for out number 1. Now here's Steve Barmakian. He's grounded to third and walked.
Now batting left fielder number 23, Steve Barmakian.
Barmakian, 5-game hitting streak. First pitch, a called strike. It's 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The hits are even at 4, but the Chukars lead 4-1 in the only column that counts, the run column. Here's a swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Fooled Barmakian. He's down on the count 0-2. In 11 innings of work, Otteson has struck out 11, but he's walked 10, and opposing batters hitting .375 off this right-hander out of Alpine, Utah. Ball is hit foul. Count remains 0-2. I think that's Keegan McGinnis warming up for the Chukars in the bullpen. He's been the best Chukar out of the pen this year. The Chukars pen, for the most part, has been pretty darn good. Otteson, 0-2 pitch. Barmakian hits it to the right side. That'll be the second baseman, Connors. Fields throws. There's the second out. Now here's Hunter Hiskey. Doubled and grounded out. He scored the first run. He knocked in the second run on the ground out. So Hunter 1 for 2 with 51 RBI in game number 33.
Number 33, Hunter Hiskey.
2 out, nobody on base. As we look ahead to the top of the 6th inning, it'll be the top of the order for the Raptors. First pitch to Hunter. Right down the middle, called strike one. The 0-1 pitch, that's outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. We have some special guests at the ballpark today, all the way from Voyer, Denmark, seeing their first game ever, first baseball game ever. Paul, Heidi, and Alexander Nico. That pitch is low, ball 2. So watching baseball for the first time ever, the Nikos from Denmark sitting in the KUPI seats. R1, section R1, row 6. Pitch is low, and it's 3-1 on Hunter. I like Alexander already wearing a Yankees hat. He's a smart kid from Denmark. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Hunter Hiskey. And it'll bring up Calvin Estrada. Calvin 1 for 2, RBI single his first time up.
And now fans, your Snake River Rapid Watch cleanup hitter, the right fielder, Calvin Estrada.
Calvin joined the team late last season. Led the Chukars into the playoffs, and boy, he's been red hot from the get-go. He and Hunter Hiskey both have not had a slump this year. Calvin did miss 5 games due to an injury, but since he returned to the Chukars lineup, he's hit in 15 straight games. Righty-righty matchup with 2 outs. I think we might have seen the last of Sam Kornstad, but a great effort today by Sam. Sudden Sam, as we call him. That pitch caught the outside corner, and it's 0-1 on Calvin. Bottom of 5, 4-1 Chukars. We're playing 7. That pitch is low, evens out the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 pitch, Calvin goes off the mask of Naviello, who's really having a rough time behind the plate. That's the 3rd time he's been hit by a foul ball. Count now 1-2 on the Chukars right fielder. Hiskey, the runner at first. He walked with 2 outs. Ball hit to right field. Back goes the right fielder, Dancero. He's going to now come in, make the catch for out number 3. So no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the 6th. No change in the score. It's the Chukars 4 and the Raptors 1. We are in the top of the 6th inning. It'll be the top of the order for Ogden, and the new pitcher on the mound for the Chukars is Keegan McGinnis. 6'6", 240 out of Haymarket, Virginia. Keegan making his 15th appearance this season, all out of the bullpen. He has a record of 1 win, 1 loss, a 3.78 earned run average, and get this, opposing batters hitting just 190 off Big Keegan. He replaces Sam Kornstad. Kornstad, great outing for Sudden Sam. 5 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 run. He walked 2 and he struck out 3. Sam in line to pick up his 3rd win if the Chukars pen can hang on to this 3-run lead. In 16 2/3 innings of work, Keegan has struck out 21 and has walked only 7. So he has been the man out of the bullpen. By the way, the Chukars as a team only with 3 saves on the entire season. Either they blow people out or they get blown out. Not a lot of close games. McGinnis continuing to warm up here on the top half of inning number 6. RBI for the Chukars, Estrada, Hiskey, and Reyes. Each team with 4 hits, but again, Chukars lead 4-1. This is Josh Broughton. He had an infield single in the first, came around to score on the Alexiadis single, and that's been the only run of the night, or the day, I should say, for the visiting Raptors. So we salute the efforts of Sam Kornstad on this Sunday. First pitch from Keegan, overhand pitch is a called strike 1. Next pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I think that was the McGinnis slider that broke away from the pitcher, or the hitter, Broughton. And quickly, Keegan ahead in the count 0-2. That one's low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game 2 will start either 30 minutes after this ball game, but it looks like we'll be starting Game 2 at 7:05. Another 7-inning ball game. 1-2 inside, and it's 2-2. So we'll have plenty of time for the fans here to get some of the great concessionary food here at Melaleuca. Of course, Paul Henderson. Ground ball up the middle, past Reyes into center field for a base hit. Ball not hit hard, but in a good position right up the middle. Broughton with his 2nd hit of the ball game. And the batter now is Pat Adams, who is 0 for 2. Adams looks down to the manager, flashing signs. The manager for Ogden is Cash Beecham. Broughton stole second his first time he was on base. Pitch from McGinnis is a called strike 1, a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Just caught the outside corner. Oh, 1 the count. McGinnis, next pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. McGinnis pulled the string on that one. Way out in front was the batter Adams, and McGinnis ahead in the count 0-2 with Broughton taking a lead at first base. Has a pretty good sized lead at first base. And the pitch, Did he go? Here's the appeal. No, says the umpire, who's right behind the pitcher. And the count is 1-2. That's Anthony Prater, the third base umpire in today's first game. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, could be 2. Buendia goes to Reyes for 1. The relay, not in time. They do get the lead runner to the Chukars. Buendia flipped it to Reyes for the first out, forcing Broughton out. But the relay not in time to get Adams, so he reaches on a fielder's choice. 1 out brings up Alexiadis, the center fielder. Well, Chukars' infields look pretty darn good, knock on wood. Sam Troyer injured, and boy, that really hurts Idaho Falls. Sam can play second, short, or third. Leads the team in stolen bases and one of the league leaders in RBI. Here's a ball hit into the gap. Nobody's going to catch that one. And it's going to go off the wall. They're going to send the runner from third home, and it's going to be an RBI double for Alexiadis. He brings home Pat Adams. Alexiadis' second hit, and he has both RBI for the Raptors, and it's a 4-2 ball game. That ball hit into the gap in right center field. Adams scores all the way from first. Now the tying run comes to the plate. Brian Dancero, who just joined Ogden. He played his first 30 games of the year for the Northern Colorado Owls. Hit 300. Today he has a double and 2 at-bats. Pitch from McGinnis is a called strike 1. One out, 1 on, and 1 run in. 4-2 Chukars lead, top half of inning number 6. And again, a 7-inning contest. Next pitch, a fastball fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. Oh, McGinnis way ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Keegan gets a sign from Hiskey. No check of the runner. Ground ball, third base, Callahan fields. He'll make the throw across the diamond in time for out number 2. No advancement by the runner. I think I said this earlier, but since Callahan has moved from short to third and Stroop from third to first, those 2 gentlemen have not made an error. They had made 32 at their old positions. Now Hiskey out to talk with Keegan McGinnis as Jesus Valdez steps in. He's been the Chukar killer this year. Today, so far, 0 for 2. Struck out and he is flied out. Batting over 500 against the Chukars pitching staff in the previous 6 games. Two outs, runner at second. McGinnis, breaking ball, called strike 1. The Chukars in the bottom of the 6th will have West, Stroop, and Callahan hoping for some insurance. And we're not talking about Allstate or Geico Geico insurance. 0-1 pitch is outside, it's 1-1. We're talking about run insurance. Crowd enjoying the game thus far. The 1-1 from Keegan. That is in the dirt. That'll get away from Hiskey, and over to third base goes Alexiadis on the wild pitch. The count 2-1 on the batter, Valdez. Cornstad went 5, gave up just 1 run. 1 run scored against McGinnis here in the 6th inning so far. The count 2-1. Oh, that ball started high and dropped down low. Called strike 2-2. And McGinnis trying to get this guy out and stop the damage here in the 6th. Same pitch, same result. Called strike 3. Great pitch by Keegan McGinnis for the 3rd out. The Raptors do score a run on 2 hits. No errors, and they leave a runner at 3rd base. We move to the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Chukars 4 and the Raptors 2.
Potatoes from Green Giant Fresh. No mix.
For Ogden, 4-4-0 for Idaho Falls. It'll be Brady West, Dusty Stroop, and Eric Callahan. Chukars wearing those special 4th of July jerseys that will be auctioned off after tomorrow's game. Of course, all the money raised will go to a local charity. And they're good-looking unis. On one sleeve, there's the red and white stripes. On the other sleeve, the white stars on the blue sleeve. Chukars on the front. And the numbers on the back, a mixture of the stars and stripes. Brady West today is 0 for 1. He grounded to second. He walked and scored his last time up. Very nice to get a couple of runs here in this 6th inning. It's like another right-hander warming up in the bullpen for Idaho Falls. First pitch to Brady. It bounces up there, back to the screen. It's 1-0. Otteson in his 2nd inning of relief. He retired 3 out of 4 Chukars, gave up a walk in the 5th inning. Now Otteson steps off. He wants to go to the rosin bag. And now steps back on the Melaleuca mound. West tied for the 2nd spot in the league in RBI with 39. Swings at the first pitch, or 2nd pitch, fouls it out of play. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike on the Chukars DH, Brady West. The 1-1 pitch from Otteson. That's tipped foul, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes on West. Nobody on, nobody out. Brady takes it low, 2-2. It's been a well-played ball game by both teams. Chukars infield has turned 2 double plays. Next one is low as well, and the count now full. Ogden pitchers have walked 3, struck out 3. Idaho Falls pitchers have walked 2, struck out 4. The Raptors have out-hit the Chukars by 2, 6-4. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Brady fights it and fouls it back. Stroop to follow, and then Callahan here in the bottom of inning number 6. On this Sunday, the 3rd of July. Tomorrow's game will be a 4 o'clock start. On the 4th, Otteson, payoff pitch to West. Brady hits the ball, foul, again, out of play. And umpire Colson gets a fresh set of baseballs. See Scott Berger here, Skyline head football coach, wearing his Grizzly bucket hat. By the way, they're giving away Chukars bucket hats coming up, I believe, on Wednesday. 3-2, a high foul ball again off to our left. Boy, that thing went sky high. So West battling Otteson to lead things off here in the home half of inning number 6. Good news in Great Falls. Glacier leads Great Falls 5-1. Chukars are a game behind the Voyagers. Ball hit to the right side. Second baseman Connors fields, throws, out number 1. First place Missoula plays in Boise tonight at 7. Dusty Stroop hit a warning track fly out to center in the 1st, struck out looking in the 4th. Pitch is high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch to Dusty, outside and high, ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Line drive, base hit up the middle. So Dusty with a 1-out single extends his hit streak to 5 games in a row, and it brings up Eric Callahan, who doubled his last time up. In the bullpen for the Chukars is Nate Jenkins.
Now batting, third baseman Eric Callahan.
Callahan 1 for 2. Struck out looking and doubled into the gap in right center field. He came around to score on the Jose Reyes sac fly. 1 out, 1 on. Chuck's lead 4-2. Looking ahead to the top of the 7th, it'll be 6, 7, 8 in the Raptors batting order. First pitch is a down low, ball 1. Otteson comes set at the belt. The pitch to Callahan, line drive, and they're going to double him up. That'll be a double play to end the inning. Callahan scorched it right to the shortstop, and Stroop was an easy pickoff at first base. No runs, a hit, no errors, no left. We go to the top of the 7th, last call for the Raptors. It's 4-2. The Chukars lead on your Sunday afternoon. Well, the Chukars have a save opportunity. And the skipper, Billy Gardner Jr., dials up number 50, Nate Jenkins. 6'3", 220 out of Concord, California. Nate's been dynamite out of the pen, making his 16th appearance. He has a record of 3-1. By the way, the 3 wins tied for 4th place in the Pioneer League. He does have one of the 3 saves for the Chukars. 22 2/3 innings. He has struck out 27. He's walked only 6. He replaces Keegan McGinnis, who went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and was earned, did not walk a batter. He struck out 1. And Jenkins will face Achikar, Connors, and Noviello here in the top half of inning number 7. Chukars looking for their 20th win of the season. Of course, in between ball games, we will rejoin Fox Sports and be back for game number 2. Ogden took a 1-0 lead. Chukars tied it up at 1 in the bottom of the first. Chukars then took the lead at 2-1. They made it 4-1 in the 4th. Ogden came back to pick up a run in the 6th. And that's where we stand right now, 4-2. Idaho Falls with the lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Left-handed hitter Freddie Achikar out of BYU. Hometown Atlanta, Georgia, home of the world champion Braves. First pitch to Freddie from Jenkins is down low, ball 1. The Chukars with a 2-run lead. Need 3 outs before 2 runs score, and they'll pick up the W. The 1-0 pitch, there's a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike on Achikar, who has walked and lined out to left fielder Barmakey in his last time up. The left-handed hitter against the righty Jenkins. Ground ball right side is going to be Buenadia. The second baseman makes the play for out number 1. And now Dakota Connors, the second baseman, will come up. Connors today is fouled out to the first baseman, and he's walked 0 for 1 here in game number 1. And Jenkins starts him off with a fastball at 90 on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss on a fastball down low, and it's 0-2. To the count, 1 out, nobody on base. Chukars lead 4-2. Final chance for the Raptors. That pitch a bit high, 1-2. Again, we'll rejoin Fox Sports. Be back right around 7 o'clock for game number 2 of this doubleheader. Jenkins 1-2 pitch, ground ball, shortstop Reyes backs up, fields on the second hop, perfect throw to first for out number 2. When Reyes played shortstop earlier this year, when he first joined the team, he would make a play at short, then he would double clutch about 3 times before he would throw the baseball, but that time he caught it and threw it all in one motion. And now it's Noviello. Last call for the Raptors. Need 1 more out. Left-handed hitter against the righty Jenkins. And the first pitch called strike one, 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Nate looking for his second save of the season. Give Kornstad his third win of the year. Here's the 0-1. That one's low. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Debbie standing up, trying to bring it home for the Chukars. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jenkins to Noviello. And here's the pitch. Ground ball could be it. Aldebuena makes the play, the throw in time, and the Chukars win game number 1 on an outstanding pitching and defensive gem. Final score, game 1 on your Sunday. The Chukars 4, the Raptors 2. We'll be back to recap the game right after this. Game number 1 in the books on this third day of July. You know, the Chukars win a lot of games with their offense, but today, outstanding pitching and perfect defense from the Chukars. They win it by the score of 4-2. Ogden took the lead 1-0. RBI single by Alexiadis in the top of the first. Chukars tied it up in the bottom half with an RBI single by Calvin Estrada. Chukars took the lead for good in the third inning. It was a ground out by Hunter Hiskey, scoring Buenadia from third base. That made the score 2-1. Chukars added 2 more on in the fourth inning. Brady West scored on a walk. Callahan, after his double, scored on a sac fly from Jose Reyes. That made the score 4-1. The Raptors did score a run in the sixth inning on an RBI double by Alexiadis to make it 4-2. But Nate Jenkins slammed the door on the Raptors in the seventh, and the Chukars win it by the score of 4-2. Final line score for Idaho Falls, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. And for Ogden, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Winning pitcher, Sam Kornstad, he's now 3-2. The loser, Ronnie Orta, he's 4-2. And Nate Jenkins picked up his second save of the season. No home runs were hit in a game that lasted, get this, 1 hour and 54 minutes. By far the shortest game, 7 innings or not, so far this season. So again, it's currently 3 minutes until 6. We'll be back in about an hour with game number 2, but the Chukars win game 1 by the score of 4-2. Their record improves to 20-13. They have now beaten the Raptors 4 times in 7 games. Let's rejoin Fox Sports on KSPZ.